What's going on? It's time to talk about an interesting little film I found on Shudder. It's called Peninsula or Train to Busan presents Peninsula. This is the sequel to Train to Busan. Released July 15th, 2020 in North America, anyways. It was directed by Yeon Sang Ho, who's also done the original Train to Busan. He also co-wrote this film. He's also done Seoul Station and a couple of like anime films like The King of Pigs and The Fake. It's had a budget of $16 million and had about a box office worldwide box office earning of $42.7 million. So it's made quite a bit. Train to Busan was a huge smash surprise. Um, yeah, which I haven't actually talked about that film yet, but I'm going to. I've seen it. It's been a while, so I'm probably going to refresh my memory watching it. But yeah, one basically has nothing to do with Train to Busan. It kind of actually like, cuts the story out basically in the first 20 minutes. But yeah, so basically in Peninsula, you meet these renegade sort of like activists who are trying to help out. So Busan is on a peninsula where the outbreak happened, and the government's closed it off. So there's like all these Thailand or wherever the Busan is, they're all living, and they kind of it's like a restricted zone. You can't go there. Sort of like the movie Doomsday or Escape from New York, where New York gets closed off and turned into a prison. This one's basically just been like held there. But they learn of from some like dark crime people that there's a lot of like money and cargo, and they're held by these criminal bandits that like still live in the peninsula and survive around with these zombies. And yeah, so basically they are commissioned to go in and get the loot and get back out. It's pretty basic, your basic zombie story premise or zombie game premise. And yeah, so they go in, and obviously they run into hordes of zombies and stuff, and then one of them ends up actually getting captured by them, and they learn more about these gang people, these bad guys that are doing it. They use zombies for fun and stuff. It's a mix mash of like old zombie films and stuff. You have certain elements from like Land of the Dead, Day of the Dead, all those ones. It's like a big homage, but it definitely lacks the character that Train to Busan was, because there's like a lot of claustrophobia. You spend a lot of time learning about the characters and getting to know them, and then the outbreak happens. You feel sorry for them. You feel this one is just basically you meet them for 20 minutes and then they're on their way. And it's your typical action zombie film where it basically kind of was disappointing, because I was looking for something a little more in depth and stuff. That's why I like watching these like foreign type horror films that you usually have more in depth meaning and stuff like that. This looks like a little more Hollywood, U.S. Hollywood style. They try to go for to please probably a bigger audience and stuff. So there is a lot of good action scenes in this, and the zombie makeup is great and everything. Yeah, but the characters are paper thin. You don't really care for any of them. It's your typical premise for a zombie flick, and there's a lot of CG car scenes, which is cheesy. It looks like a PS2 game, which kind of sucks for a film that has $16 million. I see they spent more time with like the practical stuff, which I absolutely love. Like anything with practical effects. I'm so sick of CGI crap. So so at least they had that, and it was action packed and fun that way. It's like a Michael Bay film basically, and but it did lack a lot of characters. So you didn't really care. You just wanted things to roll on and watch them die, basically, and see like a whole lot of carnage. If you're into that, you'll love this one. But if you're looking for more of a meaningful story hidden in there, there isn't one. So, Train to Busan presents Peninsula is your typical zombie film, I thought, with lackluster characters, and no real reason to it. It was just so you could watch a whole pile of people shoot up zombies and try to run for their lives for the sake of it, with like a whole pile of like cheesy, corny action scenes and stuff like that mixed in. Now the stunts and stuff were pretty cool and stuff too, but overall, it was a tip dull, predictable time, basically. So, with that, I'm gonna give this film a 2 out of 5, only because the practical effects are great, and I love a lot of good action scenes and stuff like that. But if you don't give me characters to root for or to have sort of like a feel or can relate to, there's no really point to it. So it doesn't draw the viewer in that much. It kind of just leaves them just sitting there. Like, you could get stoned and watch this, and you'd probably remember most of it because it's pretty much just your typical thing. So, yeah, Train to Busan wasn't the greatest. It's okay. It's pretty typical. So, if you love zombie films and love action films, you'll probably enjoy this one a bit more. But if you're more into, like, characters and plot development and stuff, there's not very much there for you. So, yeah. But I'll link a trailer like always down below so you can check it out for yourself if this sounds interesting. It is streaming on Shudder too, so that's where you can find it. This isn't sponsored by them, but I love to promote companies that I like. So yeah, so it's on Shudder if you really want to check it out. Also, if you go on Shudder, look for my name, Derek Peterson, with no spaces. That's me, and I write my very first opinion right after watching the film on there too. So that's my first like opinion statement, I think, of the film when I watch things on Shudder. So look for that if you're ever looking for a film to watch too, because I know my opinions can change too. So yeah, like I said, trailer's gonna be linked down below. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below. I post clips of films I'm gonna review in the future on my story. Somebody should follow me there. I usually have the title on a hashtag just for fun. So if you want to guess or figure out what I'm watching, Instagram is where you need to go. Also, I put the subgenre of film on there in case it's something you're not interested in, you're aware of it. So if you want to stay in the loop, follow me on Instagram. Also, make sure you like this video, share it somewhere people are aware of it, comment your opinion of the film if you've seen it down below. I'd love to hear what you thought of it. And if you have any films you want to hear my opinions on, anything at all, it could be zombie films, anything, comment those down below. I'll try my best to find them and let you know my opinions on that. So, and make sure you subscribe because I never really know what I'm ever going to review next. I never plan ahead or anything like that. So, yeah. But till the next one, I guess, stay safe and, yeah, find some good more movies to watch and let me know what I should check out. So, cheers.